from Mount Paran. And he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law before them. He loved the people, and his saints are in thy hand, and they sat down at his feet. Everyone shall receive of thy words. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jehoshaphat when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. And this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, Hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring forth unto his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be thou in help to him from his enemies. So, in chapter 33, the Lord speaks that Moses was blessing the people. And again it says, And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. God was revealing here that he was pleased with his chosen servant, because God chose him. Yet in his humanity, his life was not sufficient to raise the faith of the Israelites to a faith that wrote his instructions and his message brought forth through Moses on the hearts of the Israelite people. Therefore, again, little commentary that to be absent from the body in this life and be present with the Lord and His holiness and His perfection. I don't buy into today's modern day depiction that Moses was punished in that. I think he was directly, as recorded here, instructed from the Lord God, which is quite a blessing to have God instruct you as to His plan, His purpose, and His holiness and perfection that is carried forth to the modern day today through His chosen servant Moses. And I think Moses was favored by God in being chosen by Him and used by God. Doesn't mean it was easy, doesn't mean it was without, struggle. Yet the modern day depiction that Moses was being, garnished in some way or discounted in some way by the Lord God because he didn't go into the promised land where Moses was used to bring the Israelites people to. I don't really see that as a substitute for Moses going and being brought into the fullness of a life with God and His love and His knowing that he had fulfilled God's call on his life. And I think the Lord here in the text clearly, depicts that Moses was used by God to fulfill his purpose, and God explained that to him. And He explained where he fell short. But also He explained to Moses that, here's my plan, and here is what I'm going to do to bring forth my holiness for the Israelite peoples and the faith that he intends to impart to them. Moving forward to Deuteronomy 34. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mount of Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And the Lord shewed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim, and Manasseh, and all the land of Judea, unto the utmost sea, and the south, and the plain of valley of Jericho, and the city of palm trees unto Zor. And the Lord said to him, This is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, unto Jacob, saying, I will give unto thee thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over there. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. That was God's plan. That's not a punishment, as to modern day depiction of what is going on here in God's plan. I'll go with God's plan here, not the modern day, that's saying, Moses was punished because he didn't go into the land of milk and honey and, the things of the world. I'd rather go be with the Lord for eternity. Much better. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Bethpeor. But no man knoweth this sepulchre unto this day, or marking place. And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And the children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended. And Joshua, and the son of Nun, was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him. And the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and did as the Lord commanded Moses. A little commentary here. It's being laid out is that the Israel people didn't have Moses, yet they had to look towards the commands and the instructions that the Lord had commanded Moses. And they had to raise their faith up. And upon their departure